Okay, we're going upstairs, so to look at some instructions and other things.
Furnace room. Those are the two boxes that the units in the kitchen.
Okay,
These are the instructions. I'll just take them downstairs.
good. That's for the big one by the dinette.
Yep.
Okay,
There's a few other little accessories in there.
okay. Now we'll go back downstairs.
Okay, so the process for these very similar. So what you do, the gas valve for these is in the basement and it's behind the furnace, just where all the other ones are.
Okay,
I usually shut it off when I stop using them in the spring, turn them on in the fall when I'm going to start using these.
okay,
Similar process, push this in, turn it to pilot,
so it's kind of in while you're
And
kind
then-
of juicing it.
and then you got to hold it in, push this igniter on the left,
Gotcha.
and it clicks, and you got to hold this pilot light in until that flame is real steady.
Right,
So then you can you can back out on this, because that flame is steady, and then you've released all the pressure on that, and you turn it to on, but you got to come in a little bit
halfway in,
to turn it on, but about halfway.
and then go left, and then it locks in.
Now these, once it reaches temperature, it's going to kick on. The other option is you can use the remote. But until it reaches temperature, even with the remote, it won't kick on. It's got to get up to a certain temperature with that pilot.
And I think the buyers had a question that looks like a big pilot, but that's what the pilot
That
is.
is- that's the standard pilot for
and
this.
It's not 6 inches, it's
No.
2.5 inches. And that's just the way it is. There's no,
And I'd turn this on in the morning and just leave it going through the day, and then I'd shut it down at night.
the pilot light or,
The whole system, if it's cold.
right, if it's cold. How about,
And
could
I-
you leave
I
that
would-
pilot light on a winter or you turn it off?
I
and
never
on?
did.
Right, because if you're not gonna use it that
Yeah.
day. So you just, every day you do that process. Okay,
It's gonna kick on here, let me try that. Yeah, so that was with the remote, and then
Right.
kicked it on.
right.
And this remote actually works on both sides.
I got you. So
Yeah.
like you're saying, there's two, and they
But there's two gas lines, one to this side and one to that side, so they have to be lit separately.
gotcha.
It tees, the gas line comes up, but then it tees.
I'm curious, like, you know how you, every morning you like that more or less kind of click on the pilot light. Do you sometimes usually just use one side and not the other?
I tell you what, we used either side and it warmed it up so much, I don't think we ever had the two going at the same time.
Gotcha.
It really.
And there's no vent, like there's no,
No,
vent.
this is ventless.
Ventless, it's called. And
So
then
there-
ventless, from my experience over time, this house is so big, I don't think you have to worry about it. But if you had a smaller house, you might crack a window like 1/8 of an inch, or just enough to
The
get.
advantage of these two as well is they put humidity into the air. That's one of the byproducts of the combustion of the natural gas. It puts water vapor into the air, which is great in winter.
Perfect. On the other side, you do the same way.
Same thing. I can run through that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the same system here. Push in, turn to pilot,
Okay, left.
and then push all the way in. Click the igniter on your left.
Gotcha.
Let that pilot light get steady. Now you can back off on this and turn to on.
Gotcha.
This dial on the left just controls the height of the flame.
Gotcha. Height of the real flame.
Of the real flame, yeah.
Not the
Doesn't
pilot.
control the pilot.
And that pilot light, they were thinking that's too much, but they just got used to it.
Okay, I just hit the remote and that shut that one off.
Okay, on the other side. And remind me, does one remote work both fireplaces or each fireplace?
Yeah. We really didn't need the second remote, but they've got it just in case.
Gotcha. So can you click that on? We're waiting for a minute. How does it, yeah, it just takes a
I
few
don't think
minutes.
it's reached temperature yet.
Gotcha. That pilot like kind of heats it up enough to reach a temperature.
Not yet.
That's okay.
Still hasn't come up.
Okay. And I'm trying to think what the, we'll ask you what that switch is over there. I don't, does that have something to do, is it the switch? Does that turn on?
Yeah, there you go. So that came on automatically because it got up to temperature and we had already hit the remote. The remote is only, you really only need to use the remote if you want to leave the pilot going all the time. And then you just click the remote and it'll...
I'd probably leave it going all, unless it was a
Yeah,
really warm
there's
day.
really no danger to it.
I agree, there's no danger.
But I just didn't, we always just
Exactly.
started first thing
I
in the
wouldn't
morning.
use it every day either.
Yep.
I mean, you don't necessarily.
Let's see here.
And
See,
then
so that remote
left the
worked
pilot
on this side too. It shuts it on or it shuts it
I'd
off.
probably just leave that puddle on, but each his own. And that's how you turn it
Okay.
off?
That's how you turn it
And
off.
that, just because you turn it off doesn't mean gas is coming out.
Yep, and I turned off the other side too. So now the pilot isn't even going.
Okay, and then what was the deal with this switch? Isn't there?
Nope, that's on
Where
the
was it?
outside.
Okay.
On the fireplace on
Okay.
the.
Okay.
Now let me show you this.